Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Cheeky Geek Talk. My name is. Oh, hello. Wait a minute. Apparently, I don't know how to turn off the damn volume. Um, my name is Jessica Roberts. I am a dorky ass comedian from Sacramento, California. I am a mama, and I am excited about tonight's episode because I have my sister on. And just to let you guys know, on this channel there is no gatekeeping. If I see it in the chat or anything like that, I will bump you from my room. This is a safe space. We are all here to learn, and if we don't know something or if we get something wrong, let us know in the chat, and we'll be able to correct ourselves. Maybe at a later date, maybe instantly. Kind of depends on the issue. But what this channel is all about is a bunch of geeky girls getting together and chatting about nerdy shit. And that's pretty much what we do. Our first episode, me and Cynthia Fox, we went on just random stuff because it was my first time ever doing the show. So just remember, it's getting hot out there. Don't forget to hydrate. You need to get your water in. Also, for some reason, I don't know why, every time I go live, I'm like, fuck, I need a drink. So, anyway. All right. So, tonight's episode, we're going to be talking about some metals. And we're talking about the metals of the multiverse. Just basically, we're going to nerd out on what we think is the strongest metal out there. So, I have my little tabs and stuff. Hopefully, when I go in my tabs, everything is still running on this end. I will be monitoring it on Twitch because I don't know how to work technology, in all honesty. I'm a nerd, but I'm not that damn nerdy. But anyway, I would love for you guys to put a very warm welcome out there for my sister. She's my twin, I know. But no, she's my twin sister. Her name is Miss Debbie Ackley, and she is coming from all the way around the LA area. Let's just put it that way. It's not actually LA, but who cares? But anyway, it's my lovely nerdy sister, Debbie Ackley. Hello, darling.
Hey. Hello,
How are you?
darling. How are you?
I'm quite well.
Are we going to start off British tonight?
No, because I actually have British friends now from the UK pun off, and so if I murder their actual, if I like bastardize their accent, I really don't want to be responsible for that. So,
Yeah,
speaking of which, the UK pun off is coming back. So, yay!
I want to hear the boys pun and then pun off. Haha.
What?
It's a terrible pun because I'm not in it and I'm not good with puns.
Oh, okay. Well, I am, but we'll talk about that later on in the show when I plug my upcoming shows because I'm so excited for them. So tonight, we're going to get into a few things. I'm going to rant, even though you haven't seen it. I want to rant about Thunder Force, just in my own opinion, a little bit later. Huh?
Definitely rant on.
Oh, no. Honey, they could have done so much better with that movie. I'm kind of irritated. Yes, it was Yes, it was like entertaining. And yes, it had like a couple of cool, funny moments. But honestly, the majority of it was just really geared towards what guys think women would say during this shit. So it's just my opinion. I think it could have been geared a little bit more towards the nerdy girls, that's where it looked like it was supposed to be going. But yeah, because I'm not going to give away the movie, but there's literally a scene where they just like show up in their suits. And I'm like, where's the montage of like the absolute ridiculousness of fucking costumes? Like, you could have had one where like they were like, yeah, I don't think so. This one's basically splitting me. We could have had something better than we just walk out in these really cool suits. And like, it was just convenient that the nerdy girl of the movie just thought of everything. There was no ifs, ands, or buts. It was, she literally thought of everything. And it's like, well, you don't leave any wiggle room in like comics, especially like say Marvel and the cinematic universe, and even in DC and Shazam and other stuff, there is some wiggle room. There was no wiggle room. It was very cut and dry. But I mean, I guess that's what happens when your husband is the producer and director. So I'm just saying, Ben Falcone, you could have done better. All right, that's all I want to say about that one.
I will update you about my ideas about the movie when I actually see it.
Yeah, I don't want to give too much away, but I'm just like, it definitely could have been better. And like the fight scenes, but yeah, it could have been better. That's all I'm saying. So we're talking metals tonight. This is the metal show. This is the metal show. This is the metal show. And I'm still learning how to do these stupid things. So anyway, if you guys are out and about in the world and you happen to be watching this, leave a little comment. Let us know you're here. Yeah, so where are we going first in this metal adventure, Miss? I took notes.
Aha, I did take notes. Do you want to start with discussing the 3 different types of adamantium? Do you want to talk where the difference is mixed of vibranium? Do you want to start with cortosis?
As you hear her like flipping through, like, yeah, let's do this. Let's talk about it, because quite honestly, like, I don't really know a giant amount of like comic book. Like, it's not like I sat down and read every comic book in my life. I'm really starting to dive into it now. So I love to have this open discussion, especially about the metals, because there is one that I think is the supreme. But I will wait until we discuss this further.
Well, we could start off with going from the weakest metal to the strongest metal, or we can start off with going from the strongest metal to the weakest metal, which is just whatever.
No, weakest, strongest.
Well, I think one of the weakest one actually comes from DC, which is the NTH metal. I don't know if it's the 9th metal or however the fuck they call it. But one of the weakest metals, in my opinion, is the DC metal. DC, for some reason, anytime a Marvel character has like something, like DC tries to put crack involved, like cracked out, like the same thing, but just like make it so much tougher. But really, it's like, it's crap.
Well, most DC metal is just organic steel and stuff that they have on Earth because it's DC.
Well, kind of. I mean, like, because you see the nth metal or NTH metal from Hawkman, which basically it allows them to like fly and like stop gravity and like I think it helped. Oh, it is called 9th metal. Ha!
Yeah.
Yes, it is. It's 9th metal, but like basically it just like helps them deflect like magic.
It's good. It's really hyperconductive type of metal. It's instead of like vibranium, which is very
Vibranium.
Vibranium absorbs kinetic energy and repulses it for different reasons. They believe that Captain Marvel's sorry, you're right.
Captain America.
She doesn't have
one. It's okay. It doesn't matter. Like, this is what we're here for. We're here to learn. And you know what? If we fuck up, we fuck up. It's okay. There's always next week. So we don't care.
I fix it in post. I can fix it in
So
post.
Basically, Captain America's shield is vibranium.
It has vibranium in it. It's actually not made completely out of vibranium. It was a mixture from Tony Stark, of course. Like, not well, actually, yep, Tony Stark. And it's a mixture, and it has the ability to bounce back. And
yeah. Well, I mean, if you're watching the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, you actually can see all of that. Have you been watching it?
No, I'm behind. I've been dealing with David a lot.
Oh yeah.
We're watching Sword Art Online.
I'm having production issues in the background. People are dancing and doing things. I'm sorry.
Tell your goddamn neighbors to shut the hell up. Yeah, hey, just remember this is live and I'm trying to look like a professional, assholes.
Now
it's not me this time, believe it or not.
Oh, I'm not even worried about it. Okay, so Captain America, from what I understand, his original shield was vibranium and adamantium.
Ooh, I didn't know that.
Well, adamantium it couldn't be real adamantium. It could have been a prototype of an adamantium because
Well, it was
had
a
lot later on.
Proto-Adamantium, I think, something like that. But here's the crazy thing: his later shield was adamantium, vibranium, and the Uru,
Yeah, because they were
which
able
was the metal that was from Thor's hammer.
Are you sure?
I lay down on the bed.
It came with Uru?
Like,
Neat. I remember it being in Thor's hammer, and I remember
Hey,
it being in
lady.
Stormbreaker.
Jaden came upstairs and woke me up at 5.
You do know that you hear your friend.
Apparently they can hear you on.
Yes, we're live right now.
Woohoo. Sorry. All right, you twos.
Sorry, not trying to be a turd, but like, I don't know if your personal business broadcasts all over. So, but anyway, yeah, no, that was something that I looked up, and it was pretty cool because I thought what was the axe one? Oh my gosh, Stormbreaker. Yeah, Stormbreaker was made from Uru, and I hope I'm saying that right.
The same planet that the Uru came from.
The star. Yeah, because remember Thor did that whole like thing, and you know, which I have to say, like, I don't know, I think that there is, I don't know, I think that one of the stronger metals is absolutely vibranium, just because of all this. I mean, look at the remarkable things they were able to do with that in Wakanda, especially. All the tech and everything that they have derived from it and all that. Like, I think that it definitely has the potential to do really cool things, but because of the seclusion of Wakanda currently in the cinematic universe, they're kind of like, but like they could do so much more.
They really could do a lot more with it. I think that they will, and I think that the awesome sister who's super hot and into sciencey stuff, and she can do everything. I can't remember her actual name. What was her name?
The sister of
T'Challa.
Shuri. She actually becomes the Black Panther. We won't go that far into it, but yes.
Okay, my bad. Okay.
Well, there's a time period where T'Challa actually goes to Hell's Kitchen to help Daredevil for a while, and Shuri takes over the mount of Black Panther. And all there's a whole bunch of stuff that happens there, but because everybody's like, we should recast it, I'm like, no, perfection has already been done. Don't recast it. Chadwick Boseman did a beautiful job of being T'Challa, and I think that should be his legacy, and it should not be recast. I think that through representation, Shuri should be brought to the forefront and just kick some ass because she was hilarious.
Yeah.
Well, she was. I mean, you remember she's like
gonna be queen, right? She'll be queen of Wakanda. That makes sense. You know.
I don't know.
You want to do the Wakanda salute? Well, we're gonna do it. Wakanda forever. No, you're not doing it with me. Okay.
Sorry, I had to take a drink, but yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, so we're talking.
I did find out. Oh yeah, go ahead.
We're talking about metals. We squirrel on this. I'm sorry, I got ADHD, so if I think of something, I'm just. So we're gonna try and act like we know what we're doing.
A little bit.
All right. So you were talking about vibranium.
I was talking about vibranium, and then I got distracted because of my brain, and I started to think about the Star Wars universe. And do you know the strongest metal in the Star Wars universe?
Would that be Beskar?
No.
It's what?
It's called cortosis. It's a rare mineral that comes from a Star Wars expanded universe. Not like the original universe, but the expanded universe.
So would that be canon?
It was fragile and gray and kind of chalky in appearance, but it's impervious to heat and energy resistance, like blaster bolts and lightsabers.
Isn't that the same as Beskar, though?
It's actually just a wee bit different, because the only difference between the only other thing between I think it's, I can't pronounce it right, Frank and Beskar. Prink? I don't know if you say the H. It could just be Prink, but it's a different language altogether. But Prink is a dense alloy of It's resistant to lightsabers, and General Grievous actually had. Sorry, I'm cracking my face. On live, I can crack my hand. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah, no, do it.
General Grievous actually did a print covering to his lightsabers, which made them even more stronger. Yeah, I'm trying not to just go awful in that voice. Yes. Let's see. Beskar, is the best. The hard part about Beskar is that it's very hard to find, and the only people that can work it are the actual armor smiths.
And isn't that
Mandalorian
from
armor
the
smiths.
Mandalorians from Mandalore?
hmm And so it's a very rare thing, but they're.
So
they
was
can
their
only
metal
work
a thing of lore?
It's a
I guess
thing of lore. Very good. Very good.
Let me just say, the Mandalorian. Good Lord.
I wish he would have kept his mask on, his shield, and made it sexier. I think as soon as he took his head off, all I could
so
think
you
of
have
was
to
Game of Thrones
realize
and that snake guy.
you have
Game of Thrones.
No. You have to realize the absolute love that he had for Grogu to take his mask off, not only just to Grogu, but also to the rest of everyone when he had to scan his face and all that shit. Like, he literally must have loved him to death. And then also remember at the end when Luke was with his father and he's like, take this thing off me so I could look upon your face. Now remember, when Grogu's leaving, let me take a look at your face. And so there's that connection there, and it brings it all together. It was beautiful. I loved it. So,
but he could have given him the ball from the top of the stick thing.
That's what I was saying, bro. But see, here's the thing, though. I don't think in Jedi training, I don't think you're allowed to have shit. So it's just you and the Jedi.
They have shit.
I don't know. I was just saying,
They've got 20, whatever.
But you also have to remember his whole entire ship was blown up. The only thing he had left was the ball. So he's going to keep that because he loves his little Grogu. And I'm not calling him fucking
when
baby.
It blew up. It really took me a minute. I just walked off, and I was just like, I hate it when ships blow up.
Right? And then we're not going to go deep into the Star Wars.
We got to get back to the metal. We're just... Here we go. Okay.
So are you talking about Freak, which is PFRIK?
PHRNK.
Yeah, I think it's
the
Freak.
interesting part is that General Grievous actually, since he traveled with the,
we can still hear everyone in the background.
Sorry, guys. The traveling with Grievous, they coded. They had 100 different droid-like things that had the staffs that were coded with it. So, I mean, they had a definite upgrade to the regular, Roger droids.
Roger. I love those guys, actually. I think they're adorable. All right, so we've talked a little bit about Beskar. We've talked a little bit about the Freak or Fit. I don't exactly remember.
I don't know how to pronounce it. I called it Frank.
Honestly, dude, when it comes to Star Wars, I just try my best because, I don't, I really love Star Wars, but sometimes I'm like, where the fuck did they come up with these goddamn names? Because, I'm sometimes I just sound it out phonetically. So I just look at it, okay. Or I'll go on Wikipedia and find out, because sometimes when you go on Wikipedia, and that is an actual thing, folks. You can go on Wikipedia. I don't know how many times I'm going to say Wikipedia, but you can go on there. And you can no, not at all. Oh my gosh, they would be embarrassed of my knowledge. But no, you can go on there and basically find everything that there is to know. I mean, you can go canon. You can go also. I mean, it is freaking amazing. That's when I found out that female Wookiees have six titties. Anyway.
Yeah, that's a common thing. Let's
Yeah,
go back to metal because we don't want to be talking about anatomy of space creatures yet. That's
Wookiee
a whole
movies?
section.
The worst part is when they drag.
Okay.
Dragging boobs. Great. Next.
Yeah, well, gravity works and age happens, so that's just part of the thing. All right, so what is your next one that you want to talk about?
Okay, so on my list here from the metals that I had organic steel, galactic glaze, which is only came up a few times in a few comics. It wasn't great. Carbidinium, I can't really pronounce that right, but that was the Star Wars one.
Wait,
Vibranium.
which one?
Carbonadium.
Carbonadium?
Sure, if you can pronounce it, cool.
Well, see, usually it's in Star Wars, but I see it as I think it says 1992's X-Men #4 is when it first came out, and it was the story of it came from Omega Red, which is Marvel.
Carbonadium.
Okay. Well, maybe I'm not spelling it right.
Metal.
Yeah, because like I think what was it?
Sorry, that you're right. I was thinking carbonate. I can't say it, but I was thinking cortosis was the rare one from Star Wars.
Yeah, because it says a Russian serial killer who was captured to be experimented on by the KGB in their secret program to make their own version of Captain America. However, the program involves sticking a metal tentacle into his wrist and called him Omega Red. The tentacles were made from carbonadium, which the Soviet Union invented as their own version of adamantium.
Yeah, adamantium's been messed with a lot in the universe.
Omega Red was in the video game.
Yes, he was in the video game.
But yeah, basically, it says these coils are made from carbonadium, a more malleable form of adamantium. And the dude looks like an 80s butt rocker, and he's got Cyclops all wrapped up in fucking with him. So, yeah. Oh, Jubilee's in there! Yeah! I'm sorry, I love Jubilee. I don't care what anybody says. Her powers may not be that great, but I love her.
You do. No worries. Every mutant counts.
Seriously.
Hello.
No, we're not killing anybody.
Kill mutants. All right.
All right, so
anybody.
You were talking about carbonadium.
Yeah. You pretty much covered carbonadium with your.
Yeah.
All right. So how about this
we
one?
can go on. We already talked about vibranium. We could talk about adamantium. Then they have anti-adamantium, and it's known.
Is that a multiverse?
That sounds multiverse. Yep,
It sounds like a multiverse thing. But I don't know. Again, I'm still learning. Have you heard of Marvelium?
Marvelium.
Yeah, Captain Marvel.
I haven't.
Arch enemy and mad scientist Dr. Shivanya went back in time to steal the mystic bracelet of the wizard Shazam.
Shazam!
Wait, Shazam? Really? That must be is that a DC crossover? Because I thought Shazam was DC. Anyway, making himself a ghost Captain Marvel couldn't touch. He went on to create a series of evil clones to fight him, so Captain Marvel created the new metal Marvelium. It's one of the world's strongest metals, so strong that only Captain Marvel himself. Oh, wait. This isn't himself. Which one is this? Captain Marvel? Is this in freaking DC? Is there a Captain Marvel in DC?
No.
Oh, no. I'm sorry. Yeah, they changed Captain Marvel to a woman.
Yep.
Dirk. Yeah, okay. So now I was like, no, okay. I'm sorry. I had a brain fart. Leave me alone.
Okay.
But yeah, anyway, it says it's also that it was so strong that only Captain Marvel himself could mold and shape it. It is also impenetrable even to mystic beings. So it kind of ups from it's kind of a little up from that other one that we talked about earlier. Crap. Hang on, let me scroll. That would kind of up its game from the 9th metal from DC. So already the 9th metal from DC has been eliminated. Just from the Marvelium.
Uru. You were saying that Uru had magical ability. Or at least a natural affinity to magic.
Yeah, well, that's because, I mean, I don't remember why. But
okay.
yes.
Yeah.
Well, and then you have Omnium.
And where's Omnium from?
It's one of those metals that's indestructible, even though other metals are supposed to be more indestructible. It is not a metal that comes up a lot because it was in the X-Men Age of Apocalypse. And
Yeah, rarity. I did not know that one. That's interesting. How do you pronounce it?
in this timeline, Magneto and Rogue had a child. What the fuck?
Ew.
Look that up because that's
that
weird.
was exciting. Maybe
When Charles was threatened, his robot Natty cocooned the young boy in omnium steel. Okay, that is some weird crap. Like, I don't know what happened with Marvel on that one. Like, I don't know if I could wrap my head around that, but I'll have to go back and look. But Iron Man's arch enemy Whiplash also used metal whips made of omnium at one point. It's super strong, but apparently not strong enough to be used that often. So, I mean, it basically, yeah.
20-second metal.
Then there's Supermanium.
Okay.
Another superhero made metal in the comics. And do you guys know who made
He is the Man of Steel.
Yeah. Well, okay, so Superman first made Supermanium back in the 1949's World's Finest, number 41. In that story, a group of people saved by Superman got him to use his bare hands to make a new metal magically from a super tough ore and called it Supermanium.
Where did he get?
Huh? Are you dying?
Where did he get the ore?
I don't know. Let's see. It says the idea of the metal that only Superman could bend came in handy. Obviously, it did because it's a DC fucking comic.
Right.
The new element, Supermanium, showed up later in the Superman comic books, and his origin is changed to a metal Superman forged in the heart of the sun. I mean, see, DC just keeps taking it to another level, and they're just mad because Marvel's better. But I'm just saying, I am not a huge DC fan. Well, that's your opinion, but in my opinion, DC sucks.
True.
Well, that's my opinion.
That's how it rolls right now. You're doing great.
Yeah, it is my show. Anyway.
About the
I'm just kidding. I don't give a shit. Everybody's welcome to their opinion. It's just, in my opinion, Marvel is more superior. Its most famous uses were for Superman's indestructible Supermobile, for when he loses his powers or when the toy company needs to sell toy cars, and the gigantic door. The gigantic door and key that protected his fortress of solitude.
Right.
So if that was the case, how the hell did people get into his fortress of solitude? Just saying, people have gotten in. All right, so these are. I'm getting my information just to let you guys know. It's called the 16 strongest metals in comics. It is from comicbookl.com, and it is written by Ashish. So I think I should have said that ahead of time. I'm not trying to copyright. It's just this information is really, really, really good. So I've skipped a couple of the metals just because I'm literally reading half of this shit from it. But yeah, so one of the reasons I've skipped a few of the metals because obviously I'm going from the worst to the strongest, and I just didn't want to get into them because quite honestly they would be inferior to the ones that we're bringing up. So this one is Promethium. And it is a strangely named metal that's super strong, Promethium. Promethium sounds like something a tweaker would be about, but anyway. So it's from 1991's New Teen Titans number 9. They introduced the metal, and it was first created by Steve Dayton, which is the stepfather of the Teen Titan changeling, named after the Greek myth about the man who gave fire. I don't know why it says the man who gave fire to men. It should have been the god. Never mind. Anyway. And first to eternity. Promethium is more than just indestructible. It can also give off limitless energy as a power source. So this is like radioactive, I guess. I don't know. It has there's two different kinds. There's depleted and volatile promethium. So depleted was used in the cybernetic parts of the superhero Cyborg,
My board.
giving him incredible durability that Superman couldn't even touch. And then volatile promethium was also used as a power source. Do you mind? Sorry, the dog decided to snore and fart at the same time. Like, so glad we have a fan. So volatile, where were we at? Volatile, it could be used as a power source or a big bomb, enough to destroy the damn universe. So let's just say Cyborg is one of the strongest freaking, potentially strongest DC character. One of them. We won't go into that. And then, so it's not something you want to make a suit out of, but they did make, unless you're Deathstroke.
Yeah, he did.
So, and then it goes into adamantium, which we talked about, is indestructible, but also has mystic powers to protect against psychic and magic attacks.
Mm-hmm.
And it also looks golden as opposed to silver. I don't know why they didn't ever show that.
It looks better on screen.
That would have looked a lot cooler to have like gold, claws. That would have been cool.
Yeah, but it doesn't match the chair. It doesn't match, Cerebro. It doesn't match. Everybody was so concerned about it matching all the silver. They didn't want it to be gold.
And it needed
So it says here that as opposed to silver, Hercules' mace was capable of taking blows from Thor's hammer without a scratch. Adamantium tends to be used on magical objects such as Neptune's trident. The metal was also used in an alternate version of Wolverine. James Howlett first introduced the astonishing X-Men number 45, whose adamantium skeleton and claws made him resistant to magical powers.
That's after they grafted it to his bones.
I don't know, man. They liquefied it and then put it in. Like, I don't even know. Like, that had to hurt. But I think, honestly, when they did that,
it's probably when they replaced all the bones.
Well, I also think, too, that they could have done a little different with the cinematic version of that because that shit had to be hot as fuck. And so they should have showed him getting injected with it and then showing the burns of his skin and then him healing himself. It could have been so much better. But I digress. I mean, remember when, oh, crap, what the hell was her name? He pumped her full of it and then it showed her just, like, hit the bottom. And she just went clunk.
Oh, yeah.
That stuff must cool down really quick. I'm just saying, it must cool down really quick because, like...
Lady Deathstrike.
Oh, no, Lady Deathstrike.
Yes, her. Oh, my God. I remember when she, like, in the movie, when she hit him and she was all in his back, and I was just like, I feel all of that right now, and I don't even know why. Because it just, like, it looked like it hurt so bad. But, yeah, I just also don't like anything touching my back. So, we've gone through a bunch of metals. We're going to go through the Uru now.
Sure. That's awesome.
Sorry. Yeah, no. Place. Anyway, so it says that Uru is, like, super strong, and it can only be shaped in the heart of a star or an enchanted forge. And once it's shaped, it cannot be messed with. It cannot be changed, and it cannot be altered. Once it is formed, see, that was one of the big reasons why during the time that Groot and Rocket and all them were up there, like, getting it done, and he's like, we need a handle! And, like, Groot, like, went and picked it up, and he's like, here, have a handle, dude. Because, like, that makes sense now, because once it's shaped and done, you can't do anything. So once it's shaped and done, you can't put a handle on it. So it makes sense why they were super like, hey, we need a handle. Get down.
That was awesome. That was so awesome.
Yeah, that was one of my more favorite parts of the movie. I was kind of irritated, like a few other moments. I don't know. We're not going to go into that right now. We're sticking to metals. So it has enormous physical strength. It can actually hold an enchantment, which is pretty cool, which kind of gives it new powers. It's a bit like absorbing the user, like
Yeah.
kind of like, Thor. Because remember when he picked it up for the first time, all that lightning came out of him? and yeah,
That
so,
was awesome.
okay. Well, let's see. What is this one? Destroyer armor. Oh, I think this is because they're talking about Loki. So it's a mystery what the destroyer armor is actually made of, with most people guessing it's Uru.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever it is, it can take a pounding. The destroyer can face energy blasts from even Thor and Odin. So that's pretty crazy. And only the energy of godlike celestials have really done anything to it. So basically, it's indestructible as well. But they really don't know what it's truly made of.
I wonder what Helga would have done with it. Sorry, Hela would have done with it. I'm mixing up my Norse and stuff. She was just like, you don't know what's possible.
Sorry, the fan knocked my roommate's paperwork on the floor.
I'm sorry.
Sure.
Oh, goodness. All right, so the next one that we're going to is Amazonium. I wonder where that comes from.
I'm thinking it comes from
I'm pretty sure it comes from Wonder Woman.
Amazon.
Space.
The Final Frontier. No, it comes from Wonder Woman.
Yeah, and their guarded area that they have enclosed around their home.
So it's like her bracelets, and if you've watched any of the stuff, and even the Linda Carter stuff where she's like, it's the stuff that are bracelets in her little dealie on her head, her little crown or whatever on her head. So Amazonium is an indestructible metal as usual. Everything's indestructible.
It was made by the gods. Right?
It was made from a spell from Aphrodite. And her bracelets repel anything from bullets to energy blasts, and the only thing that seems to make any damage on it are actually magical weapons. While Amazonian sounds pretty awesome, it is it stopped to exist in the post-crisis continuity. Now her bracelets are made of an unknown but powerful metal.
Yeah, I think they stopped caring at a certain point. They're just like, she's strong. Next.
So this is the fourth in this information that I'm giving that I'm reading from and stuff. It's called the Muramasa Blade.
Yes, the Muramasa Blade. I brought that up like 20 minutes ago. No, I'm just kidding. No, I was just hold on. Let me get my notes. No. All right. Let's see, Muramasa Blade. Yes, let's talk about it.
So this blade was forged by Muramasa himself for Wolverine.
Yep.
And I guess it has a piece of Wolverine's soul in it. And
it's so poetic, the whole thing. Very samurai-ish feeling, very like.
Well, remember what was the movie where he went to Japan?
Oh, I'm not good with titles. I think it was the third one. I don't remember. But it's like when he went, the whole thing was about how it was during Hiroshima or whatever, and he protected somebody. Right. He protected somebody, and that guy turned around and be like, I want to live forever. I'm trying to, fix you. But turns out to be, this jackass and a giant, mech, and he's just like, I will live forever, and you're like, die, and I fell in love with your granddaughter, and that's about it. And then it's like a lot of hot Wolverine scenes, like,
Okay, well, this particular blade also, it's sharp enough to cut things on like a molecular level, but the even newer Muramasa Blade has also, it's, I don't know how, but it's like it stops the healing factor for Wolverine and other mutants and stuff, and it actually left a scar on Wolverine, which is usually crazy, and it is what chopped the head off of Sabretooth.
that's impressive. Yeah. 'Cause
So
I knew that guy was hard-headed.
dude, you know, when they first did Sabretooth, the very first time they ever did Sabretooth, I thought it was well done. Then we got freaking the other guy, and I thought that was horrid. I didn't like it.
Yeah.
I didn't. Logan's brother, what is his name? Liev Schreiber.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish they would have went with the more comic book oriented version and look, other than some little ass dude. Because like Sabretooth is supposed to be big. Liev Schreiber is not that big. Like,
Maybe they were hoping in post that they could just puff him up, you know.
I don't know. Okay, so moving on, we got Vibranium. So this is there's a few variations of Vibranium, one of which is just anti-metal, which can cut through any metal on the planet. So I think that that's crazy. It
was a format of anti-metal with adamantium, though.
But it says we'll focus on the vibranium found in the African nation of Wakanda. Wakandan vibranium has the power to absorb sound, which that's pretty impressive. Sounds, vibration, any kinetic energy that touches vibranium is absorbed and makes the metal stronger.
So you're saying they don't need cell phones. They can just be like, ding, yo, pick me up.
I don't know if that's really, I don't think that it's like a Wi-Fi network. I think it's more of as the vibrations happen, it makes it stronger. So like the more it moves, the more it solidifies. Explosions just get absorbed quietly, I guess it says into it. Vibranium is used in the alloy that makes up Captain America's shield, which is why he can use it to brace himself against falls.
Mm-hmm.
And absorbs blows. It also used as it's the mesh inside Black Panther's armor. So
yeah, all of their suits are woven, interlaced with vibranium.
Bullets and knives and shit. They just basically fall to the ground, and he kind of looks at him like, "What's good?" So
that was cool.
And then wait, didn't we just adamantium? I thought we just made.
The only other thing that I have on here is a certain type of Proto-Adamantium that happens so later on in the series that it's practically everything.
Well, see, here's the thing, though. They say that the number one hardest metal in all of the Marvel Universe is Captain America's shield. Now, I don't agree with this, and the reason why I don't agree with this is because there's something... Wait, what the hell?
I'm pretty sure his shield's not made out of Uru.
No, it is, but
But like the amount. How did he get Uru that has to be made in a star put into his shield with other metals?
I don't
know. Did Thor at one point take a chunk out of Stormbreaker and just punch Captain America so hard that it ingrained into the shield and was just like, "You're being a jerk. Stop telling me to stop saying bad words."
Where did it go? Because there was actually something. It was like Zargonite or Dargonite, and it literally pierced through Captain America's shield like butter. I'm trying to find it.
Oh, that's cool.
Hang on, just let me figure it out because like I had it. Where is it? I think it's called Zargonite. 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 Hang on. I know that I had it. Metal and comet.
It was a space metal. They called it Zargonite.
Sorry, Dragonite.
Dragonite. It's
Is a
hard
metal
to
alloy from the
don't know what
future
it's called.
named after Dargo Kator and the Thor of Earth 8710. So, but
Wow.
that particular metal, yeah, I can't talk. The Dargonite, that literally pierced Captain America's shield. Absolutely no problem. Now, one of the things that I've noticed, especially in all of this, is that DC's metals, just like as this has gone through, literally just like fell off and fell off and fell off.
Kind of like the quality.
Huh?
Kind of like the quality.
What do you mean the quality?
So much better than DC's quality.
Well, I mean, if we want to talk about quality, let's look at the opening sequence for the Snyder Cut, or for, let's even call the Titans. It's 5 seconds long. There's 5 characters, and it literally goes DC. Marvel, there's literally dun 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 dun. Oh, look, there's 5 million fucking characters in the front, and then let's see. Here comes Marvel. Here comes Stan Lee. Here comes all the rest of it. I would say quality is a little lax because Titans sucks. The Snyder Cut is the only reason that the freaking Justice League has a standing point in this conversation. The rest of Marvel literally has blown DC out of the water. Its only other contender in the cinematic world is Shazam. And Shazam is only holding on by a few threads because that dude kicked ass and he was hilarious. So you can't tell me about quality.
I
You can't
think
in the Dark Knight or anything like that because those are not in the DC universe.
The real question that everybody's been thinking, does a lightsaber go through all these metals? And what would you say? Does a lightsaber go through all these metals, Jess?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
I don't think so, especially because of the fact that a lot like Vibranium, it picks up sound and energy and all that other stuff. There's a lot of things that potentially now. Also, Star Wars happened a long, long time ago, so a lot of
far, far away.
Far, far away. Exactly. So potentially, a lot of these metals.
Sorry.
Yeah, I know. I should have worn my stuff, but I have my Princess.
Yeah, I don't have a giant tattoo, so yeah.
I have my Princess Leia and I have my Star Wars pun. So, but
Oh, please tell us the pun. Please tell us the pun.
Serious?
Yes, we want to know.
Okay, for anybody that doesn't know who I am or anything like that, I was involved in the campfire, which is a 2018 fire that happened up in Paradise, California, that took away basically
This isn't the funny part, but okay.
This isn't the funny part, but I'm giving a little backstory as to what this is about. So I have my tree. It's a pine tree, and underneath it, in Arabesh, or Orabesh, however they say it, Orabesh, it says, I can endure anything, meaning the planet of Endor, which the Battle of Endor is one of the greatest and most prolific issues in the whole Star Wars trilogy, if you want to just stick to the trilogy, but really even in the whole hindsight, because like that's, the second Death Star and all this. Never mind. I shouldn't.
She can't help it. Let's wind her back in. Woo, come back to the
I can't. But yeah, so one of the things that I, like I said, like I have been watching and stuff, is Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Now, I'm not going to talk about the latest episode because it's only been day 2, so I can't bring anything from that. But I will say this, the Dora Milaje, holy shit, they beat the fuck out of that little asshole wannabe Captain America. And I put him in quotes because he's not actually Captain America. He's supposed to be set up for the U.S. agent, but that's okay. Even his outfit, it's all U.S. agent. So I'm just saying. But they literally whooped. Like, he walked up, tried to be a cocky little shit, touched him, and they beat the fucking brakes off that boy. and it was great.
That was I heard that fight alone. Not that I watched it yet, but I did hear that was one of the most shocking. I would say not shocking. There's got to be a better word for it, but
It was one of the most satisfying fights that I have seen thus far in the show, and they literally started out with a fight in this last episode. But I can't say anything about the kick-assery or anything like that. But holy shit, the Dora Milaje fucked those guys up. Falcon, Winter Soldier, freaking that little wannabe thing. And the one thing that a lot of people aren't really paying attention to, they're just more pissed off at the poor Wyatt, whatever his name is. He's Kurt Russell. So Wyatt, I think it's Wyatt Russell. But
yeah, I think that's true.
yeah, I think it's Wyatt Russell. But they're all pissed off because of his character. First of all, you'd be pissed off all you want. The fact of the matter is that guy played his role to a point so well that you hate him. So he did really well in the acting, number one. Number two, you're not supposed to like his character because of the simple fact that his character is supposed to be the protagonist, of which pushes Sam to take up the shield. And when Sam takes up the shield, he will remember. And the crap that guy pulls is all something that Steve probably wouldn't have done. And so it's kind of shitting on Steve's memory. So as all these things are happening, and then you have Sam with all the crap that's happening from the blip in the real life, because it's, 5 years later, they're like, well, you haven't had, a history for the last 5 years and this and that. He's like, motherfucker, I got blipped. Like, how the hell am I supposed to do this? And on top of it, he's a black guy. So like they're bringing in the current times of things, and so it's just all this shit is stacked up on top of him, and then on top of it, he's like, "Should I really become Captain America?" Yes, you should, motherfucker. Yes, you should. Everyone is waiting for you.
Interesting way to show all of the different trials and tribulations that come with being a superhero, but we shouldn't say any more about it because spoilers. So.
No. So here's the rule. Here's the rule. It's at least 3 to 4 days for a television show. It's 1 week for a movie. That's the rules. I've been given these rules by other people. That's why I'm not talking about the current episode. Because everybody has watched it. Because everybody stays up till fucking midnight and then they give fucking spoilers. I hate it.
I haven't seen it, so no mas. No mas. Now let's do what we need to do. Because I'm getting a bit tuckered, so let's do what we need to do, sweetheart.
Okay, so I know that you don't have anything coming up because you're my sister and you're not a performer usually.
Nope.
But I actually have a few things coming up. This Tuesday at Laughs Unlimited, you can catch me bringing my funny. There it is you have to buy your tickets online, $5. Hello, $5. People have $5. And if you're in the Sacramento area, it's Sacramento Laughs Unlimited. So come on down and see me. Don't be a creeper because, trust me, we got people for that. And then also this one's virtual. Dun, 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 dun. May 4th. That's right. May 4th. May 4th. I'm going to it's another Twitch channel right here on Twitch called Capital Punishment. You can find them at twitch.tv/capital puns or cap puns, I think it is. I will put it in the description later. I'm going to be on the May 4th, like May the 4th be with you. I'm going to be on as Jedi Jess. And I'm going to be defending I don't even know if I have a title, but I know that I didn't lose last time. I did make it to the boss battle, and I didn't fucking get a strike, and I didn't fail. And I even made some people go, ew, that's gross. So it was worth it. So I don't know, but come check us out. Come check us out May the 4th. It's going to be a really badass show. I have been dying for this show. You have no idea. Because during the show, you can pay, you can send in a tip or whatever, and you can get your thing, up to the top. And there's been one time where I was like, I just want to put a stupid amount of money in there just to be like, it's an all Star Wars episode. But now I get to be in the all Star Wars episode.
So
So
pay money, come see the show. Capital
Yes.
punishment. What's
Yes.
the hashtag thing again?
I think it's either cap puns or capital puns, but either way, I will post them. Also, one of the other things, you can go to IMACPun, IMACPUN, I believe. I am a new gamer, I guess. I play Marvel's Strike Force. And if you ever have questions or doubts or anything like that, also there is a Excelsior Gaming that you can check out. It has the little Stitcher, the Raver Stitcher, as their picture. They have tutorials and all sorts of stuff on there that I absolutely love. My friend Ian McDonald and my other friend Damian Harmony run that show. It's absolutely cool. I have been learning a ton from them. I was at, I think in my arenas, I was at 4,500. Now I'm almost up to the 4,000s. So I've jumped a whole bunch. I'm learning a ton. They are absolutely phenomenal. And you know what? You might find a fucking pun or two in there too, because they're both punsters.
Hilarious punishers. Their show is great.
Dude, honestly, I've learned a lot from them. But here's the thing. We're going to go now because it's 9 o'clock. And
to wake up with my kid at like 6 to send him off to school.
Why do you sound like Marvin the Martian? Good on you, man. Good on you.
Thanks. I've been working on that one.
That one was really cool. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the show. I know there was a few distractions, but hey, we do what we do. So when it comes down to it, what do you feel is the strongest metal? After all the information you've been given.
All the information, I'm still going with my favorite, which is Vibranium.
Aluminium.
Aluminium? Oh, yeah.
Spoiled again.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you. And thank you for your guests who've been on, Debbie. It's really fun to listen to them dying in the background. I hope that
It's the audience. Sometimes they're laughing, sometimes they're dying.
also, folks, I hope that you guys have a good and safe week. Anybody and everybody who's deciding to have to go to school and do all that stuff, please do it safely. And please support your local teachers because you know what? They're the ones that have to teach your kids. So let's do this and let's get on with it. Anyway, I hope that you guys have a great rest of your weekend, even though there's only a few hours left of it. And I hope that you come back for next week's episode, which I have no idea what it's going to be about yet. And I don't know who's on the show.
We're going to talk about anything, and it will be fantastic.
All righty. Well, I hope you guys have a great weekend. We are out of here. Bye.
Bye.